But as a little boy, about 8 or 9 years old, I wanted to be a minister. I wanted to preach the gospel. So one of my uncles had Santa Claus to bring me a Bible. I learned to read the Bible. And I would gather all of my chickens together in the chicken yard. And my brothers and sisters and cousins were lined outside of the chicken yard, and I would start speaking or preaching. And when I look back on it, some of these chickens would bow their heads, some of these chickens would shake their heads. They never quite said amen. But I'm convinced that some of those chickens that I preached to in the 40s and the 50s tended to listen to me much better than some of my colleagues listen to me today in the Congress. Chicken was just a little more productive. They used to produce eggs. We would visit the little town of Troy, visit Montgomery, visit Tuskegee, visit Birmingham. I saw those signs that said white men, colored men, white women, colored women, white waiting, colored waiting. I would come home and ask my mother, my father, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, why? They would say, that's the way it is. Don't get in the way, don't get in trouble. I didn't like segregation. I didn't like racial discrimination. I wanted to do something about it, but I didn't know what to do. I heard about Rosa Parks. I heard the words of Martin Luther King Jr. on the old radio. The action of Rosa Parks. The words and leadership of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. inspired me to find a way to get in the way. I met Rosa Parks when I was 17. The next year at the age of 18, I met Martin Luther King Jr. and I got involved. I got in trouble, good trouble. Now, more than ever before, it is time for each and every one of us to get in trouble. Good trouble, necessary trouble. Book 1, book 2, book 3 is saying in effect that when you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, you have a moral obligation to say something, to do something, to stand up. As young students, we study the way of peace. We study the philosophy and the discipline of nonviolence. And we start sitting in. Be sitting in at a lunch counter in a restaurant and someone would come up and spit on us, put lighted cigarettes out in our hair, or down our backs. And we were told over and over again, if we continue to sit in, we would be arrested and taken to jail. No one wanted to be arrested and go to jail. But that was a part of the price we had to pay to change things. When I heard that we may get arrested and go to jail, I wanted to look what students back then called fresh. I wanted to look clean. I wanted to look sharp. But I had very little money. So I went to a used men's store in downtown Nashville, and I bought a suit, and a vest came with it. I paid $5 for the suit. If I still had this suit today, I probably could sell it on eBay for a lot of money. But when I was arrested, I felt free. I felt that I've been liberated. I had crossed over, and I have not looked back since. I was arrested 40 times. And since being in Congress 5 more times. And I'm probably going to get arrested again for something. Or sometime you must find a way to make it plain, to make it clear, to dramatize the issue, help mobilize people to stand up, to speak up, and speak out. Just think a few short years ago, to be exact, in 1961, the same year that President Barack Obama was born, black people and white people can be seated together on a Greyhound bus or Trailway bus, leaving Washington, D.C. to travel through the South. We were beaten along the way, arrested and jailed, but we didn't give up. We kept the faith. We kept our eyes on the prize. And because of our action, President Kennedy and his brother Robert Kennedy intervened. By November 1st, 1961, those signs that said white waiting, colored waiting, white men, white women, colored women, those signs came tumbling down. So I said to you as young people and students, stand up, speak up, be brave, be courageous, be bold, and help create what we call the beloved community. Help redeem the soul of America. As the late A. Philip Randolph, who was the Dean of Black Leadership, when we planned the March on Washington, would say over and over again, maybe our foremothers and our forefathers all came to this great land in different ships, but we're all in the same boat now. So we have to look out for each other and care for each other. We can do it, and we must do it. Dr. King put it another way. We must learn to live together. If not, we will perish as fools. He told us over and over again, he taught us that hate is too heavy a burden to bear. Never hate. Never lose the sense of hope. Never give up. Hold on. Just think a few short years ago, in our country, here in America, people of color could not register to vote simply because of the color of their skin. We had to change that. Some people gave their very lives. The only thing I did on that bridge in Selma, I gave a little blood. We have to change America. And I said to you as young people and students, we must use the vote. Because the vote is precious, it's almost sacred. It is the most powerful, non-violent instrument or tool we have in a democratic society. And we must never, ever give up on the right to vote. So on every election, we got to get out there and vote. And more young people and more women must get out there and run for office and get elected and turn our country around. We're like brothers. We're Southerners. We've seen it close up. We want to leave this country a little better off than we found it. We want to leave this little piece of real estate we call Earth a little better. We want to continue to carry a message of hope, a message of love, a message of peace. So don't get weary. Don't become bitter or hostile. Do your best and do it so well that no one else can do it any better. You heard me say, and I've said again, I feel more than lucky. I feel very blessed that I got to know Martin Luther King Jr. When he was assassinated, I cried, I mourned, but I didn't give up. We must not cry now. We can mourn, we can pray, but we got to put on our marching shoes. It was so beautiful just a few weeks ago to see hundreds and thousands and millions of women joined by men, by little children, marching. There's nothing more powerful than the marching feet of a determined people. I said before Andrew and Nate Powell come up and speak for a moment, look, I know some of us feel down, but don't be down. When you get knocked down, get up and continue to pick them up and put them down. Continue to play a role and play it so well that no one else can play it better. Education. Look, we didn't have a website. We hadn't heard of the internet. We didn't have a fax machine. We had an old mimeograph machine. But we brought about a non-violent revolution, a revolution of values, a revolution of ideas. The signs that I saw when I was growing up in rural Alabama, those signs are gone, and they will not return. The only places we will see those signs today will be in a book, on a video, or in a museum. But we're not there yet. There are forces in our country that want to take us back. We come too far. We made too much progress to go back. We want to go forward and redeem the soul of America and save this whole planet before those. Almost died on that bridge. Attempted to walk from Selma to Montgomery to dramatize to the nation the need for a Voting Rights Act. It is my hope, it's my prayers that in the days, weeks, and months and years to come, that none of you will be beaten or jailed. But if that's the price we must pay to save the planet, to leave this little piece of real estate we call the earth a little greener, a little cleaner, and a little more peaceful, then we must be willing to pay that price. So go out there and do what you must do. Thank you very much.